This one is particularly special and I really want to do this video, so just ignore the noises that my cat is making and please feel free to continue watching. Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review for a graphic novel that was previously a comic issue thingy but is now on trade paperback. And I really wanted to do this review since I was caught off guard. This is a mini-series and I fell in love with it completely. And I think and because the spooky season is starting slowly and everyone that's out there watching my channel might enjoy this one. So the story that I want to review is called The Me You Love in the Dark. Now, this is written by Scotty Young and the art style is done by George Corona, and it is an incredible story. First of all, I just have to tell you that this is built up of 5 comic issues that are now in trade paperback, and this is a mini-series. It is done. It has an ending, a beginning, a middle, and an ending, and the way we start in the beginning, it's not the way that we are expecting to end. So, The Me You Love in the Dark is in the categories drama, horror, and romance, which I am not sure if I would categorize it that way. However, I do believe that in the categories drama and horror are correct. Romance, maybe, for the purposes of what this is about. However, I am still not sure, and don't go into it thinking that it's actually a romance, even though it's called The Me You Love in the Dark, because that's not the point of the story. So this story follows an artist, namely a painter named Ro, and she just lost inspiration. She gave a groundbreaking opening of her pieces, and now she wants to do another opening and she has to keep painting to maintain her name. People are expecting her pictures, her paintings rather, and she has no inspiration. So she decides that she's going to move into this house in the middle of nowhere to try and find inspirations. She is searching for homes in the beginning of the story, and then she finds one which the real estater doesn't want to rent to her because it's supposed to be incredibly haunted. However, Ro does not believe anything could be haunted, and so she's like, okay, this is perfect, this is the house that I wanted. You can see the house right here. It's really creepy, but it's also amazingly cool for our gothic little hearts, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna be in here and this is going to help me get inspired into painting. But she doesn't get inspired into painting, and so she starts calling out to the supposed hunting thing in the house, saying, well, if you're good at hunting, I could have maybe inspiration, or you could at least pour me some wine, or you could just turn on my music for me. Just do something. You're supposed to be there. Ha ha ha, this is so haunted and I'm such an incredible stupid girl that doesn't have inspiration, and stuff like that. However, one day something answers her pleas. So I'm not going further than that because I do believe that The Me You Love in the Dark is something that you should explore by yourself. First of all, because the art style is incredibly beautiful, and second of all, because narration is constructed in a way that in the beginning of the graphic novel, as I've told you, you don't know where the ending is going to take. You don't know what is being approached in this story, and you kind of feel like it's going to be a gothic romance story. She will meet a ghost, she will fall in love, and maybe they'll be together in the house, or she will paint again, or something like that. However, it is indeed a horror, and it has creepy moments and it has horrifying moments because it approaches a specific situation. I would like to tell you that I'm not going to give trigger warnings for this one, since I am a firm believer that the trigger warning fucks up the entirety of the story, since it already gives away what is going to be the ending of it and what is going on with it. However, if you do have big triggers, if you feel like you can't read something without knowing it, just tell me something in the comments down below or contact me privately and I will disclose what the trigger warning is. Obviously, you are dealing with the imposter syndrome of an artist, of a creative person that doesn't feel like she can do anything, that feels like she can be the better person, that she's not hungry anymore for the art. That's very important. As a wannabe writer myself, well, I shouldn't say wannabe. I mean, I have a story published, but as I was saying. As a writer myself, I understand what it feels like to see a blank page or to not be motivated to write or not feel like the story is there but can't come out at that time. So for me, that was a big representation for how artistry works, how she made herself paint every single day, but she couldn't just feel it out. And also, my cat is grabbing my leg. Why is he grabbing my leg when I'm doing reviews? Apart from that, Ro as our main character is, I wouldn't say she's completely likable. However, I really felt in touch with her and with her expectations and with what she wanted, her wishes, her attempts at being someone, at being an artist, at being praised, at being the best at what she did, and that she needed to do it in order to survive almost. And I do connect a lot with getting a house in the middle of fucking nowhere and just go there and force myself to write, because I feel like I won't be able to do it if not. However, I also have to tell you that even though there is beautifully drawn moments, there's also moments that bring the worst out of Ro and bring the worst out of the hunting that is happening in this house. I'm not going to tell if it's just a ghost or if more than ghosts or if it's actually a ghost, because you will discover it by yourself. But also we have a connection to the real world, which is her kind of manager, let's just say, and he plays a key point in here as well. But apart from that, Ro is completely pulled aside of what is reality, of what is her world and what she should be focusing on. So yeah, it kind of balances the thematics of when someone is inspired and working and how the rest of the world completely disappears. However, real concerns in real life are made to be worried about, because you cannot forget that you are living, and sometimes you do in the worst ways possible. So I really love The Me You Love in the Dark. It has a lot of gothic vibes. If you ever read any gothic story whatsoever, the bits and pieces that they categorize as drama and romance in here definitely have a gothic vibe. The ambience of it, so the environment of the setting of everything, is extremely gothic. It's a very gothic house. It's kind of gothic Texan mixed, but I really enjoy it. And you know, the thing by itself is also extremely gothic. I have to state that I really like how the ending went. I really loved the beginning, but the middle part of it was where I was first fairly excited, then fairly horrified. And I love how works divert our expectations like this one does. So that's all that I have to say about The Me You Love in the Dark, and I do hope that you give this one a chance and pick it up, since comics and graphic novels are being picked up more, but not really. And in this time of the spooky season, I think that even for those of you that don't enjoy horror, it will be a slowly entering into the realms of horror and paranormal horror, and I think that you would enjoy it. So that's going to be all for today. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and tell me down below if you've read this, or if you're excited to read this, or if it's on your TBR, or now it is, I don't know. So that's all for today, and happy readings to you all. Bye!